During the early days of Bitcoin, it didn't look like a coin that could climb to quantum leaps. It was not attractive enough to trigger a buy, yet it caught the attention of many investors. Even though it tumbled to lows during the bear market, it has historically smashed records. ADA looks caught up in this kind of scenario as well. Does it even have what it takes to sustain the strong momentum? We've been watching Cardano ADA, and for now, it looks set to jump. Charles Hoskinson is a popular name in the crypto industry. He is the Cardano founder, whose constant vocal and written expressions of thoughts have shocked many. His responses to subtle and major trolls at Cardano are enough to silence a war. He's been involved in so much stuff lately. Charles Hoskinson recently took it to X to offer a potential collaboration between his organization and the cryptocurrency exchange Kraken. According to him, he wants the two entities to build a mutual Layer 2 blockchain network. Hoskinson's comments came a few days after Kraken displayed its intentions to work with leading companies to establish its own Layer 2 solution. One cryptocurrency exchange that has already launched this kind of network is Coinbase. Known as Base, it enables developers to build decentralized applications with access to the platform's verified users and assets. Plus, another collaboration initiative that came to light because of the Cardano founder involves Sam Altman, who was once ousted of CEO of OpenAI. Charles Hoskinson had extended an invitation to Sam Altman for a potential collaboration. He reached out via X, proposing the idea of a decentralized large language model as a potential Cardano partner chain initiative. This proposal came at a crucial juncture for Altman, who had some spotlight shown on him and the advancements of AI through his leadership at OpenAI. Well, it was a big blow for everyone. The tech world was taken aback by sudden dismissal of Altman from OpenAI, which has for the longest time been leading the AI research firm. Altman's departure sent shockwaves through the industry, thus leading to a crisis within OpenAI. However, according to reports, the board, in an unprecedented move, is still in talks with Altman for a potential return as CEO. This particular development had followed with a string of high-profile resignations, including OpenAI's president Greg Brockman. Charles Hoskinson was not the only crypto personality to weigh in on Altman's case. Coinbase CEO Brian Armstrong also expressed his views on the controversy, stressing the potentially detrimental impact of the board's decision on OpenAI's valuation and its role in American capitalism. Armstrong criticized what he perceived as a safety coup within OpenAI, suggesting that the move could erase significant value and lead to legal repercussions from investors. He further urged OpenAI's talented employees to consider joining any new venture by Altman and Brockman. But the question is, why is Charles Hoskinson securing collaborations? Do they have implications for Cardano ADA? Nonetheless, crypto analysts on X have been more active lately. One of them, known as Ali Martinez, thinks that ADA might skyrocket to almost $10 by the end of 2024. Another expert, known as Lucid, was even more bullish, claiming that the token's price could explode to an astonishing $30. The two analysts based the forecast on the assumption that there is a slew of looming catalysts for the cryptocurrency market and push its capitalization to $10 trillion within a decade. Meanwhile, so much has been happening lately in the crypto market, including the latest win in Argentina by a Bitcoin proponent. According to reports, the next president of Argentina will be Javier Milei, as his opponent Sergio Massa conceded, saying, "Argentines choose another path." Bitcoin started rising on chatter about a strong showing for Milei. Following Massa's concession, the crypto went higher by nearly 3% for a day to $37,350. Early this year, Milei said something as regards to Bitcoin when he was asked, "We have to understand that the central bank is a scam. What Bitcoin is representing is the return of money to its original creator, the private sector." However, at this point, Milei had not gone as far as to proposing making Bitcoin legal tender. He has been vocal about his criticisms towards the country's central bank, referring to it as a scam and a mechanism by which politicians cheat the good people with inflationary tax. Also, he had referred to Bitcoin as a movement towards the return of money to its original creator, the private sector. Bitcoin investors are eagerly waiting for the Securities and Exchange Commission to approve the first US spot Bitcoin exchange traded fund, which could be significant for cryptocurrency investors, according to experts. The price of Bitcoin notched an 18-month high a week ago, climbing $37,970 after BlackRock took its first steps towards an Ether ETF. The price of Bitcoin has more than doubled since the beginning of 2023, but it's still below its November 2021 peak. At least 9 asset management firms, including BlackRock, WisdomTree, Valkyrie, and others, are still waiting for Securities and Exchange Commission approval to issue a spot Bitcoin ETF. The wait has been long, and certain experts say that the first approval could come early in 2024. One of them noted, "For ETF investors, this will be the best product on the market. All other options right now have flaws to varying degrees." Currently, US investors can buy Bitcoin futures ETFs, which own Bitcoin futures, contracts, or agreements to buy or sell the asset later for an agreed upon price. However, the long-awaited Bitcoin spot ETF would invest in the digital asset directly. In a CNBC interview, ARK Invest CEO Cathie Wood hinted that the delay by the United States Securities and Exchange Commission to approve a spot Bitcoin ETF may be linked to the political aspirations of the agency's chairman, Gary Gensler. To an extent, this could be true. Cathie Wood is widely known as a Bitcoin bull, and she made the remarks while sharing her thoughts on the reasons why the SEC has delayed giving a green light to fund managers seeking to launch such a product. The ARK Invest CEO cited concerns by SEC Chairman Gary Gensler that Bitcoin can be manipulated, but she argued against such a view, sharing a widely known fact that Bitcoin is a decentralized transparent network where anyone can follow all the activities online. Cathie Wood added that Bitcoin's decentralized and transparent nature implies that there might be another reason why the SEC has been reluctant to approve of a spot ETF. Speaking on the show, she alluded to speculations that Gary Gensler is interested in the Treasury Secretary position at some point. Given that the position requires a devotion to the dollar, Cathie Wood argued that this could be the reason why Gary Gensler has tried to impede Bitcoin's growth despite having sufficient knowledge of the technology. At the tail end of the interview, Cathie Wood expressed optimism that the conditions are becoming right for cryptocurrencies to reach their full potential as a widely adopted asset class. She noted that the industry's recent regulatory breakthrough is very important to bring institutions online effectively. Including comments on where she sees the crypto market within the next 5 to 6 years, Woods added, "We expect that the crypto ecosystem will be dominated by Ether and Bitcoin, and it will scale from more than $1 trillion today to $25 trillion in 2030. When this happens, where does ADA stand?" Focusing on the technical indicators, Cardano may be set for a major run. On the charts, Cardano is set to print a key pattern on its daily chart. This is because the moving averages on the daily chart are set to make a crossover in a day or two. This kind of crossover could have a substantial impact on the price trend in the short to medium term. Now, this is it. A golden cross occurs when the daily moving average, the MA50, rises above the daily moving average, the MA200, and it could suggest the exhaustion of downward market momentum. Meanwhile, the death cross appears on a chart when the short-term moving average, the daily MA50, crosses below the long-term moving average, usually the MA200. The death cross, despite its foreboding nickname, is not a market milestone to be worried about. Based on market history, most death crosses tend to presage a near-term rebound with above-average returns. ADA may fall back to make a death cross, but it's not one of our expectations. Of course, volatility hangs at every corner of the crypto market, but giving positivity a chance is not a bad idea. Now, this is where the words of the popular crypto analyst Dan Gambardella come into play. He once talked about Cardano being Ethereum's biggest rival. This does not seem like it would happen anytime soon. However, Gambardella explored Cardano's market position and technological improvements. He also drew several comparisons with Ethereum, pointing out the reasons why he believes that Cardano is a strong contender. Even though it doesn't seem like it, he emphasized that Cardano remains a top 5 cryptocurrency even amid market volatility. He noted that Cardano is ready to go for the next bull run since it had maintained its market position despite bearish sentiment. While conceding that Cardano indeed has shortcomings, the crypto analyst hammered on the fact that it was doing a great job in terms of security, decentralization, and scalability. It's easy to get swayed about Cardano, but our eyes are on the fundamentals. But that's going to do it for today's video. Make sure to subscribe with notifications, and we'll see you in the next video.